guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the how I started my own business in pretty much, let's say, in a 4 to 5 week time span, to be like completely honest. I can honestly boil it down to 3 weeks, but to get the money and stuff it took about 4 to 5 weeks. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. If I end up turning my fan on midway through this video, it's because it is hot as heck up here. My foundation is literally sweating off of my nose, so I'm trying so hard not to turn my fan on because it's gonna be loud. I'm trying so hard, but I might have to end up turning it on. So I'm just gonna kind of go step by step to explain to you guys what I did. Although we haven't officially launched yet, I pretty much did start my company, get it up and running, and my brand in about, you know, that time span. I'm just kind of waiting on a few more things with my website and working on it personally until I'm officially ready to launch. But anyway, so I'm just gonna go step by step as to what I did, talking about vendors, this, that, and the third. So enjoy, sit back, grab a snack, grab a notebook. Oh, that's gonna be the first thing I want to talk about. First things first is to grab a notebook. I don't care if you're starting a business for freaking the carpet, for painting a wall, for freaking water bottles. Get a notebook. You need a notebook in your life. A notebook is, I feel like this is so much better than electronic. Yes, it's a little bit more antiquated, but you can just write down anything that comes to mind. You can just write it down automatically when it comes to different pages. You can just write it down, all your ideas, things like that. You can just write it down instantly in your notebook. It'll make your life so much easier if you have a notebook, post-it notes, anything like that. It just makes it way easier than writing it down or typing it down on a computer. Honestly, I can kind of go through my notes if you guys really want to. Like, for instance, when I was first thinking about brand names for my lashes, I just had a whole page of just eyelash names. I was writing them all down just to see which one would kind of stick, things like that. I had another page dedicated to how I wanted to go about naming my lashes, if I want to do it by countries, by names, if I want to do it by countries, cities, flowers, whatever the case might be, by just actual names. That's what this was. I mean, this has literally everything. It has my sample orders, everything like that. I'll get into that later, but I wrote a little list on my phone, so I'm just gonna kind of go through that. Yeah, I'm sweating so badly right now. I'm literally using my brush for my brush set. I'm using my powder brush, and I'm literally just powdering my face because holy crap. Okay, so first things first, I have in my notebook is written down as to what do you want to sell? What do you want your brand to be? What do you want your main product to be? Now, my main product as of now will be eyelashes, but you need to decide for yourself what you want to do, or what do you want to go about selling. And I recommend just figuring out maybe what you use the most. Honestly, I use eyelashes and makeup the most, so that's kind of the route I went. If you use shoes the most, if you use clothes the most, which I don't understand how, I guess a lot of people want to use clothes, but I mean, if you use clothes a lot and you enjoy clothes and you enjoy fashion, then, you know, sell clothes. If you enjoy hats and like wearing hats, and sell hats. Like, I've deducted that whatever you like and use the most is what you should sell. So don't go asking me what you should sell. That's what you should sell. Anything that you like the most and that you use maybe the most. Makeup's just been a very integral part of my life, so I chose makeup, and one day I'm gonna have a beauty empire. I'm speaking this now into fruition. It is currently May 7th, 2019, and I'm speaking that to fruition right now. You already know. Okay, so step 1 was figure out what you want to sell. Step 2 was the journal. Highly recommend getting a journal. Go to Dollar Tree right now. Go to freaking Five Below right now. I got this at Target for I think like $11, but we also know that Target is expensive. So yeah, I got yeah, but I mean, if you want to go to Target, knock yourself out. This is just a very nice hard book, and I like how it has this little placeholder here, so it tells me what page I was last on. Yeah, if you guys want me to go through like kind of my journal, what I write in my journal and everything like that, I can definitely go through that if you want me to go through that. In this video, I'm going to be focusing mostly on eyelashes and how to start your own eyelash business. I probably will be doing a separate broader video about just business in general, but this is just going to be specifically about eyelashes. Okay, enough of the rambling. Okay, so next is all about finding a vendor. Honestly, I'm going to say that this was the hardest part in my business. This was literally the hardest part. Let me reiterate that. This was the hardest part in my business. And I don't care what all these other little gurus say out here about how finding a vendor is easy. It is not. It is not. I literally have written down in my journal all these vendors that I've went through, and even the ones that I finally found now. Don't get me wrong, I love the lashes, but these probably won't be my main vendor. I'm hoping to definitely grow from these, because some of these, the vendors change on pricing. And since I have everything written down in my book, I'm just gonna kind of go through different vendors and their prices and things like that. I'm gonna get into this. But like, for instance, for the first vendor that I got, I wrote that, oh, like this lash GNO22C isn't as full as like the picture looks. I would first get your lashes. I would write down your notebook. I would write your first impressions before you touch the lash, before you even do anything. Your first impressions when you first get the lash, and just look at them and what are your first impressions. So I wrote that down. And secondly, obviously I felt the lashes, I tried them on, and then I kind of wrote that down. And yeah, I wrote down the prices. This is going to be a very integral and key part. It depends on what vendor you go with and their prices. Like sometimes it's $4 per lash, $5 per lash, $6 per lash, $7, $8, $9 per lash, and it's just crazy because I'm like, how are those wholesale prices? But anyway, those are usually the prices per lash, and it just varies. And if you watch more videos like this before, I'm sure you know that shipping is going to be the biggest cost in your sample orders. So say, for instance, I got 3 samples, and since my total here was 35, I can go to another lash vendor, and I got 4 free samples, and I only paid for shipping, and that was $30. That was perfect. I actually liked that a lot. Another one was 4 lashes for $38. Like, shipping is going to be your biggest part of your sample orders. Now, I'm gonna go into, I guess, finding a vendor and things like that. First things first, when it comes to finding a vendor, I'm sure you've heard of this all before. Alibaba is a huge place where you can find a vendor. I did not use Alibaba. It's just, I don't even know. I didn't even want to do that route. I've heard so many like iffy things about, not Alibaba, but like AliExpress, and how the lashes on Alibaba aren't as higher quality. And there's a few things I just really don't like about the whole setup of Alibaba, but I'll get into that in another video. I wasn't a fan of. So what I did was I got my butt on Instagram, and I literally typed in, we're gonna do this right now. I'm gonna screen record my phone. I literally typed in on Instagram. By the way, you see my girl Kyla Shea on here. Shout out to her for making these videos. I've watched all of her videos. I find them super helpful, and that's where I got this idea to do this series. Anna Doll, The Real 9, all these beautiful girls out here starting their own little business. Yeah. This is where those are where I mainly got my ideas to do this. So, okay. So, for instance, I'm just going to type lash vendor on Instagram, okay? And now instantly you have all these lashes automatically come up. Like, bear in mind, you have to filter through what is already people doing it versus what is you have to filter through what's already people doing. Like here, for instance, Lash by Vixen, you have this Real Lash company, you have all their perfect trays of lashes, things like that. I mean, again, you got to filter through whether it's just people selling them or actually vendors. And you'll be able to tell once you go through, like, this is probably not that, but this is probably a vendor. Nope, that's not even a vendor. Okay, I'm gonna try another freaking hashtag. So let's try lash wholesale. But this is honestly how I found it. This is a way better hashtag. So you see people who actually have their own eyelashes, own companies in China. They completely have, you know, they have the catalog of their lashes here, and they have everything that you can pick from kind of here, and you can just kind of go through. I just want to go through and message them. Personally, on my Instagram, I just want to go through and message them. I just want to go through and message them. This is honestly, I message so many people, guys. These are all lash people, all of them. All lash people. I've messaged so many people. But yeah, you go through. Personally, again, I found my vendor through Instagram. I just typed in lash wholesale, lash vendors wholesale, something along those lines. I found it way easier and so much more efficient. But the process, again, was so tedious. There's so many people out there. You just have to filter through and really pick who you want to find as your vendor. And it's a lot of messaging, it's a lot of going back and forth, it's a lot of people not answering you, you keep asking them questions, and it's a lot. And I just saw there was a solid 10, 15, 20 names, and that's not even me going down all the way, of just lash vendors. And it really is a process. And I don't like when people say that it's, oh, like, that's an easy job, it's kind of like finding a vendor. Like, no, it's not. And I'm honestly to be selling I honestly did all the hard work for you. So if you just want to get that step completely out of the way, I made a very nice vendor list that comes with 4 very exclusive high quality vendors. And I wrote my own personal little notations next to them. I have their WhatsApp numbers and everything right next to them, and the cost of that is $55, which again is the cost of most samples. So if you want to save yourself the struggle and the hassle of doing all that and finding yourself a nice vendor, just go ahead. I have my list purchased. If you want to purchase that, just let me know. I'm very interested in letting you guys do so, because again, that process is absolutely just, it's insane. Really looking back at it, it was so so incredibly stressful. I'm so happy that this vendor came the time that it did, because I was like so close to just being like, wow, like I really freaking give up. I've ordered so many samples, none of them are kind of being what I want them to be. And here's another thing that you really have to keep in mind that I really didn't. Well, let me say all of them, but most of these eyelashes are handmade, so not every lash will look the same. And that took me a while to get past, because I'm over here looking at lashes like, why don't these look the same? Like, why is this lash here? And I remember the first sample that I got from a vendor, I messaged a vendor and was like, listen, I sent him a picture. Let me see if I can find the picture. But I was going off. Essentially, I had got these pairs of eyelashes, and like the right outer part of it was like straight versus the other one was like curly, and I was like just going off, and I was like, how am I supposed to test these out? Like I was just expecting all these lashes to be even. And I'd say this is a very important thing to keep in your mind, unless it's only me that did this, but just bear in mind that a lot of these lashes are handmade, so no two lashes are really gonna look alike. Like, even as much as they do look alike, they won't really look alike. So let me grab two of my own pairs of lashes just to kind of show you. This is another main reason why I went with my vendor, because the consistency of these lashes are pretty ridiculous. But I mean, obviously if you look closer, they're not 100% like even, not like 1000% even, because they're gonna be handmade. But when they, you know, pop in your eyes, they do look. They're my shade. These are my lashes in the style Jade. You can tell the left ones definitely look slightly different than the right ones, but it's not to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, like it's super crazy. And I was just making every lash sample that I got, like in my head, I'm like, this is not even, I don't like this, you know? But in all reality, that's not really how it went. I have some of my horror stories for vendors. Like, I've gotten some pretty rough lashes before. I would say these would probably be from this one specific vendor. These lashes were like just the roughest. Like, when you put these on, these literally look like they're freaking caterpillars on your eyes. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, they look not even like they're like fluffy and cute. Like, they literally look like you have caterpillars on your eyes. I still have like old vendors lashes kind of in my inventory. I have so many old vendors lashes, it's insane. Like, here's another example. Like, I like this company a lot, and here's an example of another problem I was having. I would order like 5, 4, 3 lashes and realize that I would like 1 or 2 of the pairs first out of the ones that I was sent. Like, these ones, like, they look nice in the packaging, but once you put them on, they don't look, I don't know how to describe it. Like, they look very nice when you see them down and they're laying down. They look very good. Once you put them on, they don't translate the same. So this is an important step when you come to receiving your samples. You want to make sure not only do they look nice, but when you put them on, they actually look proper and look the way that they should. 1, 2, you want to make sure they're nice and soft depending on what kind of lash you have. Number 3, you want to try them out with different glues just to ensure that one glue will like completely not work versus another glue. I use Duo Glue. This is the glue that a lot of people use, so I use that as kind of being my main glue, and I have this other little third-party glue that I was also using, and I was ensuring that everything would just stick on and be nice. And so that's another thing that I love with my own personal lashes, and these are in the style Pearl. Not only the consistency, but they do work for a multitude of different glues, and they just, all in all, they just, when you see them on the paper and when they translate to your eyes, they just look very good. Continuing on, I know I get on like super huge tangents, but continuing on, you just really want to make sure that when you get from your vendor, you need to keep in mind that these are handmade. So not every lash is going to look the same, and not going to all look equal, and that was another thing that I got very tough time getting past. And I'm sure if you watched these videos before, I feel like this is so redundant saying, but if you don't have a WhatsApp, you obviously need a WhatsApp. That's how people in China communicate with you, and vice versa. So WhatsApp is free. You just get it online. You can message the person. You usually ask the vendor what their WhatsApp number is, or they ask you yours, and you just give them yours, and vice versa. You just kind of talk. Always ask for a catalog. Always ask for a catalog. That's how they show you all their lashes on one page. They show you all their lashes on the trays. And here's what I did very specifically. Don't just go and order. Just say you like a lash from the catalog, okay? Don't just go and order it ASAP, okay? Here's what you do. You ask them for a video of that specific lash, and you ask them to see a video of it. And so you can really decide, like, is this something that you want? Because it looks different sometimes when it's on the plastic versus when it's on the plastic and it's in your hands. So definitely ask for a video to see. You can ask for videos of the, I mean, people, I was watching other videos and people ask like to see videos of like the company, this is that and the third. I found that so unnecessary. I mean, these are eyelash vendors. You're not gonna have hopefully like some filthy looking place, but I don't know, you can ask to see videos of that. You can ask to video chat them, or you can ask to video chat them, this is that and the third. Again, I don't really find all that necessary. For my brush vendor, she was very like, she seemed like she wanted to talk. Like, she would call me, like just randomly call me, and that's another thing that just bothers me. Like, how are you just gonna randomly call me? You don't know what I'm doing right now. She would just randomly call me. None of these calls I've really ever even answered, but she calls me, she sends me little voicemails. So yeah, But yeah, so yeah, definitely download WhatsApp. That's how you communicate. If you don't know, obviously right now say it's 5 o'clock a.m. here, it's gonna be 5 o'clock p.m. there, so you gotta make sure your timings line up. So I usually message them between 9 p.m. here, because it's usually 9 a.m. I message them usually around 9 p.m. here to about 12 a.m. and that's when they're up. Or you can message them, depending on how early you're up, you can message them at like 7 in the morning, because it's only 7 o'clock at night. People make such a big deal about the time differences, but it really isn't that big of a deal. So yeah, next topic. We're already at 20 minutes. Holy crap. Next topic. Oh, my eyes are watering. My allergies have just been out the wazoo this season. Like, I literally wake up every day like I'm sick. My eyes be like, I woke up literally today and my eyes were like sealed shut. My eyes were like sealed shut with like freaking crust and stuff. Don't even ask me. My allergies have just been off the freaking wall this year. But anyway, okay, so next, I don't know what else I should really like get into. Like, I feel like, am I missing information? Okay, let's go into like, I guess, logos. So after you come up with your brand name, I'm gonna go off topic. So my notes tell me one thing. I'm gonna go off a topic here. When you find your vendor, you want to figure out pricing. Okay, you want to ask different vendors their pricing for the per lashes. They have different like series of lashes. You have your 25mm lashes, you have your 5D lashes, you have your foaming lashes. You have 1,000 different prices for 1,000 different things. So you want to compare prices. This is a big thing. Again, if you don't want to go through all this hassle, I have my vendors list if you want to purchase, just to make sure, you know, it's already good from the start, you know. But anyway, so you want to figure out the pricing. You want to figure out the custom packaging, if they can do the custom packaging that you specifically want. If they can do the custom packaging that you specifically want. You can literally Google ideas for custom packaging, and I'll get into logos and stuff in a second, but you can just Google ideas for custom packaging and just kind of see what you want. You're paying more for what type of packaging you want. So if you just want like cheap generic, do I even have any eyelash cases around here? I don't know if I do anymore, but if you just want like cheap generic like plastic lash cases, the ones that you see in like Walmart or Target, like this shows the generic ones, you won't be paying much for them. You'll be paying like 50, 60, 70 cents for them. But if you want nice high quality cases, so like for instance magnetic cases, you'll be paying quite a bit for it. You'll be paying, I would say, $1.50 to like $2 to $3 for these, depending on your vendor. And that's why you want to price around, because a lot of these vendors have magnetic boxes, but these are more expensive because they're magnetic boxes, and you know, you got the nice little labels on the back. And usually companies, they don't charge you extra, so they don't charge you extra for printing more on your box. So when you get, if you do get a box like this, it's like a nicer box, or any type of box, print as much as you possibly can on it. And I actually highly regret not printing anything on the top of it either, but I have Ashanti lashes on the front. Next time I get another round of orders, I'm gonna do the Ashanti collection here, so you know, like, it's the Ashanti collection and these are the lashes from my collection. Or I maybe even do the Ashanti collection on the front and just do lashes underneath it. And then inside of it, I have where you can follow us. It says follow us on Instagram, the Ashanti collection, use Ashanti Babe to be featured. I had that written on the inside in nice metallic font. I have the glitter paper on the bottom. I have the little string here. And then on the back, I have be bold and metallic. Like, it's just so pretty, so elegant. And yeah, so I just had to really make sure. And if you want that font, if you want that metallic shine, it's called hot press. So it took me a while to figure that out, but it's called hot press if you want that kind of metallic finish. But again, it varies per boxes. You can kind of negotiate down or up. Now, boxes may not even be important to you, because again, most people do throw away the boxes. But let me tell you, because I paid a lot for these boxes. These boxes actually come in handy, like a lot. So say you're on the go and you're like me. Sometimes either your eyes will water, you get sick of your eyelashes. If you take them off, bring this box with you. This is a magnetic box, so it won't even open or anything. You can literally plop your boxes right back in here and reuse them. So you just take this little plastic part out, or you keep it in for all I care. And you can just pop it in or out and be able to use it. Another great thing about this is I can literally fit tweezers in here. And I could fit eyelash glue in here, and literally if I wanted to, I can take this on the go right now in my little container. And again, it's a magnetic box, so it will seal and it will close. And I just had to find that useful, and I found that very useful the other day when I couldn't get my eyelashes on properly and I didn't have time to sit here and fiddle around with them. So I just took that all to go in my little case and I put it right in my purse. Boom, bada bang. And again, it's easy when you take your eyelashes off, you know where to put them. And this is how I end up losing them. Ask Logan, he found like 3 or 4 pairs of eyelashes in his car from me just taking them off and having nowhere to put them. So yeah, most of the time I put them actually in the back of my phone case, but I can't be doing that anymore because it just makes them flat. So again, there's a purpose for your lash boxes, because again, I used to throw them away before I personally bought my own lash boxes. Now I find other ways and uses for them. So don't just throw your boxes away. You can use them in various different ways. So yeah, you want to make sure that the vendor that you have has custom boxing, custom packaging, and they're able to do your design that you created. My design's all very simple, so it wasn't anything too crazy, but if your design is more complex, you have to definitely make sure it looks okay. So for instance, a lot of companies offer this as well. So say your design is a little bit more complex, you can pay, this is a lot though, but my vendor said that you can pay $80 for one sample, like one box sample of what your box will look like. Now that may seem like a lot of money, but if you're ordering 500, 600, 700 lashes, maybe paying the $80 is worth it, so you can really see if that's what you want your design to look like on your box, you know? I didn't really do all that because again, my box is pretty simple to make, but I'm hoping that maybe my design could possibly go a little bit further, and we'll see further down the future. But yeah, compare prices, that's pretty much why I wanted to do that. But yeah, when you just want to make sure when you order in bulk, you want to negotiate the prices, because that's what these people are for. Yes, they are your vendors, but they are not your friends. Like, negotiate prices. All in all, I want to say this is pretty much it for this video. I would say another main thing about starting your own business is that it's not easy. I don't care what people say, it's not easy. You can't start with no money. I see a lot of videos like this, like, oh, how I started my lash brand with no money. You can't start a lash brand with like no money. You need money. And the reason it took me so long to actually physically start my lashes is because the startup cost, I've already spent $1,100, let's say this, I've already spent $1,100 in total so far on my brand. And I can break down, I'll break this down, I'll make this video long, I don't care. So I'll break this down. So it cost $678 for me to receive my order of 100 lashes. That's it. 100 custom box lashes cost me $678. Just 100, not ordering 200, 300, it's $100. It's 100 lashes that cost me $700 pretty much. One. The website that I use is Wix. Again, I'll get all this in another video, but I'll get in more detail. I use Wix, $270 right there. I had to pay to get my business email, $6 right there. I had to pay for a scale, about 20 bucks right there. Like, it just, all this stuff adds up so quickly, like super quickly. I had to pay for my shipping boxes, which haven't come yet. They're on the way. They should be here by tomorrow. I paid $58 total for that. And those aren't even the boxes that I honestly wanted to get. The shipping boxes weren't even the boxes that I wanted to get, but we'll see. I hope they look okay. But for now, they're the most cost efficient because I don't really have money just to go get like nice fancy gold or black packaging, because again, these are mostly things people throw away anyway, so it's whatever. But for now, I think I'm gonna stick with what I have. I ordered 250 of them, so I'll do an unboxing of that tomorrow. But yeah, this stuff adds up very, very quickly, and the biggest part of my company was saving all the money to do this, because it's not easy and it's not cheap. So as much as I want to quit my job that I'm currently at now, I'm still trying to push through it and persevere through it, because I'm just really starting to take off. I just want to take off. I just want my business to do. I want me to do well. I want just everything as a whole. I want this all to be worth something. So I'm still working on my job now and saving my money there so I can buy more inventory. Like for instance, my brush sets. I have my little brush set, which I showed in my last video. If you haven't watched my first episode, go ahead and watch that. I keep patting my face. For me to get, I think 30, just a total of 30 brushes to have my custom logo on it is $300. Isn't that crazy? Just 30 of them, just 30 brushes. Like, that's insane. I'm also in the process of working on a step-by-step guide into really starting your own eyelash business. Like, when I say step-by-step, I'm telling you every single step that I do. That's also what I'm working on. But as far as this video goes, I think that's the conclusion of this. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos in this series, please go ahead and drop a comment down below if you guys want to see more videos like this. And thank you guys so much for watching.